All right, this is workout one of phase two of your summer training plan. You're gonna see as I go through these exercises that there are many similar exercises to phase one, but we will have built on them to increase the challenge, considering we're doing body weight, so we wanna find a way to challenge it, as well as reorganizing things a little bit. But there's a lot of familiarity because I really want you to take ownership of these exercises to help you build that strength and stability. So in this workout, you're going to have a superset, which means 2 exercises, followed by a triset, which means 3. So in the first superset, part A, you'll do exercise A1, then exercise A2, and then return back to A1, A2, A1, A2 for a total of 3 sets before you move on to the triset, where you will do the same thing, B1, B2, B3, B1, B2, B3, B1, B2, B3, and then you're done the workout. All right, so let's get right to part A, exercise 1, and it's going to be a single leg deadlift variation. So we have 3 options here, and based on phase 1, decide which is most appropriate for you. So we're either going to be doing our stepping back single leg deadlift. Remember that we have soft knees. One foot is just on the ball of the foot. I'm going to push my hips back and reach my leg back far. From here, I can check to make sure that my weight is all on my front leg just by lifting the foot for a moment. And then I will push into the ground, squeeze my glutes, stand up tall, tight core, and repeat. Step back, up. Option 2 is step back, lift the foot off of the ground so I make a bit of a T shape, and then come up. The final option is the floating leg option, which means our foot doesn't touch the ground other than at the starting point and the end point. Okay? So option 1, step back, step forward. Option 2, step back, foot lift, come forward. Step 3, floating, and then up. For weeks 1 and 2, you're just going to do a regular tempo of step back 1, hold 1, up 1. On weeks 3 and 4, if you are doing the foot lift or the floating, you're going to do a 3-second hold here at the bottom. So if I do the foot lift or the float, and I'm in this position, I want you to hold this for a count of 1, 2, 3, then up. You won't be doing that if you're doing the step back because it really won't have much of an effect. Okay? So what we're doing in this position is we're really trying to own it. Keep our hips squared, our toes are spread out, foot flat, really feeling the weight in this leg and stabilizing in this position. Amazing for our ankles, our foot, our grip, our knee stability, and our hip stability. Okay? You're going to do 10 reps on both sides. Remember that the 3-second hold, you're going to hold off on that until weeks 3 and 4 and just continue to get ownership of the movements in weeks 1 and 2. Exercise number 2 is going to be our bird dog. This really complements the single leg deadlift because of the stability that's involved with having that single leg go out and how our core needs to get engaged. So that's why it's included and paired with this exercise. So I'm going to get into the bear crawl position, hands under my shoulders, in line with my shoulders, knee under and in line with my hips. I'll set my core. Take a deep breath in. Sharp exhale, brace my core like somebody's about to give me a kick in the gut. And now I'm going to reach opposite arm and leg out slow. Notice that this back leg is not kicking up to the sky. I'm just floating a bit over the ground, kicking back, and my fist is punching out. Nice and slow. I inhale as I bring it in. Exhale as the other side, opposite arm and leg go out. Inhale, slow, other side. Keep this core tension on the whole time as you use that breathing. You're going to do that alternating for 10 reps in total. Return to the single leg deadlift, back to bird dog, do that one more time after for 3 sets. You're done part A. Okay, now we're going to part B, and we're going to do some reverse lunges. Last phase, you were doing split squats, which was this exercise right here. Now we're going to do some reverse lunges. Now, if the split squats were still a challenge at the end, you can stick with them, especially doing the 3-second hold at the bottom or the 3-second lower. If that's a good challenge, stick with it. But I'd like for you to eventually progress to this reverse lunge. So for the reverse lunge, we're going to start with our feet hip width apart on 2 separate train tracks. We'll take a step back, and from here, you see we're staying on the train tracks, and that step back is the width that we would have for that split squat position. And then we're gonna go down, 1, 2, 3, pause, up, step back and down, 1, 2, 3, and up, okay? So we're doing a 3 downward motion, a 1 second hold, and then a 1 second to come up. And you're gonna do 10 reps on one side, then 10 reps on the other side. That's what weeks 1 and 2 will look like for the reverse lunge. Weeks 3 and 4 are just going to be regular tempo. Down 1, hold 1, up 1. Down 1, hold 1, up. Just kind of like a regular lunge. You don't even have to think about the count really in your mind. Just have that really nice power as you come up. Lower, power as you come up. Now, something that you can start adding in weeks 3 and 4 to add a challenge, now that we're not doing the 3-second lower, is as you come up, shoot the knee up. This will increase the balance challenge, and then you come back down, up, come back down, up. For some of you, that's going to be a huge challenge right away, so take it slow. For others, you're going to be really able to own this and see how this supporting leg has really gotten stronger and more stable. Again, we're sticking with 10 reps per side. So weeks 1 and 2 is the 3-second lower. Weeks 3 and 4 is kind of regular tempo, but we can add that knee thrust. The second exercise that we're going to do in part B, this tricep, is going to be push-ups. Now, our goal is going to be to get to 12 reps. If you can do more than 12 reps normally, let's find some ways to challenge that a bit more. Okay, so a reminder on the push-ups, I like to start, and again, that bear crawl position, set my core, I step back, and then from here, I'm gonna lower, try to keep my forearms nice and vertical, okay, elbows in line with my ribs, exhale to come up, down, up. If that is too difficult, remember, we can put our hands on some elevation, whether it's a bench, something sturdy where our hands can go on to make it a little bit easier. So for example, for me, I might do it here on my couch, down and up. If you need to make it harder though, because 12 reps is easy for you, well, here's some things you can do. So we've been making some of our other movements harder by changing the tempo. So for this one, you could do a 3-second lower. 1, 2, 3, hold, up. 1, 2, 3, hold, up. You could do something as simple as grabbing a little stool or a stack of thick textbooks, university textbooks, stick them under your feet, and now you have some elevation for those push-ups. That little change of angle brings more weight to your upper body. You can combine that with the 3-second lowering. If you need more options to make push-ups tough, you just come and talk to me, and I will hook you up. All right? So our goal is working up to 12 push-ups. If you are someone who can't do very many push-ups, that is okay. Just work on doing as many little sets of maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, however many push-ups until you accumulate your 12 push-ups for that set. If that's going to cash you out too much, maybe set a goal of yourself for accumulating 5 reps for your push-ups until the next set when you come back. We got to meet you where you are right now. Push-ups are a pretty tough exercise, but they're very foundational to your strength. Okay, the last exercise that we are going to do is the TWs. Okay, so you can do these with body weight, or you can do them with soup cans. So I'm just going to do them with soup cans. It adds a little bit of weight, but you really don't need much. If you've got some mini weights, you can use those as well. Maybe even as light as 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 pounds is going to be solid. So I'm going to get my feet hip width apart, get into this almost like a deadlift position, a hinge position, okay? And then from here, I'm going to turn my thumbs out, and I'm going to do a fly. So my thumbs are pointed out. I'm going to bring my arms out, squeeze my shoulder blades together, pause, bring it down. Now I'm going to do a little flex, pull my hands back, squeeze my shoulder blades, thinking about those hands coming back, down, arm down. T, flex it, W. From here, T, flex it, W. Okay? You are going to be doing 10 reps of that in total. So TW is 1, doing 10 pairs. Weeks 1 and 2 will be the 10. Weeks 3 and 4, you're going to do 15. This is just great for shoulder health, which is going to help you be able to move your arms better, more efficiently, more fluidly. Supports a lot of the other upper body exercises that we're doing in this plan and that you'll be doing eventually in the weight room when you're moving weight. So this is workout 1. Get after it. You know you can always get a hold of me if you need some help.